right, so good evening, everybody. Welcome to the DAL League. I'm here with my co-caster Tree Bear.
Hello, everybody.
Today we're gonna be playing two teams. Unfortunately, I don't have the names under my nose. Tree Bear, do you have the name?
Let's see if it will be Vendetta Esports and Eclipse Surf. That are the two teams we're playing today.
All right, so we're just setting up the players in the game. So it's gonna be a few minutes before the actual game starting. But bear with us; it's gonna be a pretty fun game here for a BO3 on players maps.
That's very true, yeah. And if you are new to the DAL, it stands for Digital Athletic League, and we've improved on last season's shortcomings and improvements. Gilded and Discord both. Uh, we had qualifiers. What was it? A week, 2 weeks ago, or something like that, and we now have our full season lineup for this season. Yeah, so
I
we're
mean,
pretty
indeed,
excited for
it's
this new season, aren't we?
yeah. I mean, totally. Where it's gonna be what they, if I'm not mistaken, Hans, the owner of the league, told me what. Okay, there you go. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I cut out there for a second. He told me about what it was like 24 teams or
The qualifiers had quite a few. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was brought down to 16, 8. I don't remember. There's still quite a bit of teams. So yeah,
Yeah, all right. So it's gonna be it's gonna be pretty interesting this season. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of teams, a lot of competition in the air, and it's gonna be very fun to see what we're gonna have this season. So
yeah,
it's gonna be as I said a few minutes. There's the players coming into the actual the actual game. So sorry for the delay, but we had a little complications right before scene that
yeah,
might.
yeah. We're still doing map bans as we speak as well. There was a little bit of a mix up on that, as players still getting in lobbies and whatnot. Um, so yeah, we're just kind of sit and wait and see what we get for the map bans coming up.
Indeed. So Clubhouse and Villa has been banned. Uh, that's the what the obligated bans or something has
Yeah,
been.
it's pretty common, I'd say. I mean, Clubhouse. I'm actually kind of surprised to see Clubhouse. A lot of people like playing on Clubhouse. It's very familiar, very safe for a lot of teams. But yeah, Villa, I can understand a lot. Um,
I mean, yeah,
yeah,
I've been gone for a couple months, and now all the metas have changed, and the new operators who aren't still allowed to play in leagues, but it makes sure that new metas and new certainly new having a blank right here new strats, there you go,
yep.
are going to come to the table for us in the next few months. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see that, you know, the next few seasons of the DAL.
Yeah, very true. So yeah, like you were saying, I mean, even the patch notes, the patch notes make a huge difference. Nerfing, buffing, all that good stuff. Like for instance, we saw a lot of Jaeger and Wamai meta, and they kind of nerfed them, and it's gotten better. I think they've taken away some shields, all that good stuff. So yeah, I think the meta is turning pretty favorable for most. I think people are enjoying it. If not, sucks
Well, I
to suck,
mean,
I guess.
would you say that like we knew a couple months back, maybe during our summer, maybe that the defenders had quite the advantage starting. Now, would you say that it's
Oh yeah,
50-50, maybe?
Maybe not quite 50-50. There's still quite a few maps that are, pretty defender sided, but I mean, with what we've seen during, qualifiers and stuff like that, teams can play on both sides just as well. We've seen multiple attacker maps. We've seen teams go into defender maps quite a lot. So either way, we'll have to see what kind of map we get today, as it always seems to be a bit different every time.
Yeah, I mean, totally. Every match, every game that we cast, that we play, it's always different. It's always different. That's what's fun about Siege.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be very interesting. There seems to be UPlay connection errors, and that's really unfortunate right now. But stay with us. There's only a couple minutes. The UPlay Connect is acting up again. Ubisoft. But
but yeah,
it's
we did get a few more bands uh, while we were talking. Coastline and Theme Park actually coming out to
oh,
play as well. So
coastline.
yeah, Coastline ban and a Theme Park ban, and we have our first. Well, I guess we have the rest of our maps. It's going to be Cafe Oregon Consulate. I don't know if that's the order. I don't remember who banned first, but I believe it might have been Cafe, if I'm not wrong. Maybe Blue Team banned first. I don't really remember, but either way, Cafe Oregon Consulate as our three tonight.
That's going to be very interesting. Cafe we know as a very a big roaming map. All of these floors and these rooms, and a consulate. That's what you said, if I'm not mistaken. Um, it's another. It's big maps. It's maps that
Yeah,
that are made. Not for defenders, but to be able to to roam and to maybe let the attacker explore a little bit of the map before actually attacking in. So it's going to be very interesting to see that tonight. If I'm not mistaken, yes. Also, it was the blue team that banned first, so it's the orange team that gets to pick.
I think you're right. Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna be very fun for us tonight. It's a BO3, so we're gonna see either two of these maps or all three. So you know another it's gonna be a beautiful 2 to 3 hours for us to cast
Oh yeah.
these two teams.
Yeah, it's we've had some games that have actually, they've kind of skimmed by. They've been only like 40 minutes, but hopefully we get the full 9 yards. Hopefully we get to three whole maps, and we can get to consulate in the end. Like you were saying, yeah, these are pretty big maps. We've seen both. I've seen most of these maps been both ways. Like I've seen Oregon and Cafe both during qualifiers been quite attacker sided for some of these teams. We haven't really seen much of Consulate though, which actually surprises me a ton. That we're playing it now, so I'm kind of excited to see it. And yeah, we'll have to see if we're talking about maps. What kind of bands are you expecting to see? Let's start with the first one, which was Oregon. Let's just start from that one at the moment. What kind of bands do you like to see on Oregon?
Well, I mean, Oregon, we know that it's a big farmhouse, type of drug dealer type, the where the basement is pretty big, so we're about
Mm,
to see probably a Kaid band or maybe a bandit band to, for the outside walls or the garage, not the garage wall, sorry, but the little alleyway wall, stuff like that.
yeah,
I,
the trench walls. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. And if we're talking upstairs, maybe well, also we're talking about electrifying walls, really all about defense, from the bedroom to the games room, if I'm not
yep,
mistaken, upstairs. And it's all about if you're able to keep the reinforced walls up. That's all it. So it's probably going to be a Kaid or a bandit, stuff like that. Maybe a Mira, for
yep.
intel. Maybe if we're talking freezer downstairs. But it's gonna be very interesting. How about you? What do you think we're gonna see like bands today?
We've been seeing a lot of Thatcher still, which so I'm assuming at least a couple Thatcher bans tonight, unfortunately. But Oregon is probably going to be one of the most seen for Thatcher bans. But I do agree with the Kaid as well. Uh, some sort of electricity has been a huge component going through the qualifiers, and so yeah, we've seen a lot of electricity, especially in Oregon. Like you
Yeah.
said, those attic walls, the trench walls, or bunker, whichever you guys prefer. Yeah, all that good stuff. So probably Thatcher, maybe a hard breach here and there, and yeah, Mira's been kind of a pain. So you know, that's one thing
Now,
is like Echo got that nerf too, right? So he's not been banned that much. It's been a little
did
bit
he?
more
What
relieving.
was his nerf again?
He's he's no longer invisible. So his drones,
Oh,
they did get a slight buff, where they uh, the the recharge time and the ceiling stick time are a lot lower.
okay.
But like I said, they're not invisible anymore, so they're pretty easy to see if they're just walking around. You don't really need an IQ as much,
Yeah.
so
Well, I mean,
maybe not as much.
it's like a volatile Valkyrie camera, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, exactly. So
and
yeah, those things will get you good, right? So
yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. I didn't know, I was gone for a couple months. I didn't get to follow Rainbow Six and their advancements. But yeah, wow, the Echo really got me there. Now,
yeah.
if we're talking consulate, what comes to mind?
Well, I mean, there's definitely gonna be hard breach in there. If there's not a hard breach on consulate, you guys are joking me. Then it's just kind of, uh, it's just kind of whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
it's that's
totally.
that's the one that comes to mind for sure.
If we're talking maybe garage, it's gonna be like a Kali and maybe an Ace and probably a Thermite. I mean, who knows the
Yeah,
combo?
yeah,
It's gonna be very interesting to see how many new metas we know because before Ace we had only Habana and sorry, not Thatcher, Thermite.
yep.
So these guys were the only picks to hard breach. So now we got a whole bunch of different hard breachers plus the little hard breach things that
Oh
the
yeah,
attackers carry
yep.
around. So more than more and more and more of these, so they can open up the hatches and stuff like that. It's gonna be very very interesting for me to see these.
Yeah, we'll have to see, especially since Jaeger got his nerf, Wamai got a nerf, and so yeah, it's not the old meta that we're all used to.
This
So
is
yeah,
me, the
hopefully it'll.
producer, whispering into your
Oh,
ear. Don't mean to interrupt. We're having like major Uplay issues here, so I was wondering if like Madro could maybe host the game and we would like remote into your computer because I did restart the Uplay twice, the game 3 times at this point, and I still appear offline, and I really cannot send the invites to the players at this point.
Uh, as a matter of fact, I can't really stream Rainbow Six. Um.
I mean, like your computer runs it, does it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, but I don't. We would just be using like Parsec to see your screen, and you wouldn't be like streaming through OBS.
Okay. Yeah. I'll fire up Rainbow Six right now.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You got it. No, I'm just gonna need the new the new rules because it's been quite a while since.
Oh shoot. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that may take a little while. Well, you know what? Just look at the. You're still in the Parsec, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna be showing you my rules, and you can just copy them off of there.
Roger that.
So if we go and edit playlist, so sorry about the delays to the stream. This was really unfortunate. Actually,
Oh
you want to
no.
like screen share us your screen on Discord.
Yeah, for
This way, I
sure.
could like help you to spot those that need to be updated.
Yeah. My game's firing up right now, but I'll show you my Rainbow Six. It's firing up. So we were talking right before, consulate. If so, yeah, bans. I mean, well, what do you think, attacker-wise, Tree Bear? What we're gonna see?
I could even see a Habana, if we're being honest. Like, she got that nerf where she can pretty much do 2 pellets at a time if she wanted to. So, especially with console, I mean, there's quite a few hatches that are pretty essential. So if you ban some like Cabana or you know that's hatches pretty much covered. Um, so yeah, I could see that going. Like you said before, probably Kaid or Bandit. Electricity's pretty strong on this map as well.
Indeed, yeah.
I mean, there's always the comfort bands like the Malusi or stuff like that. So it's up in the air as well. So you can always catch one of those
Yeah.
throughout a series. So
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be very interesting. I mean, all these new operators, new gadgets. I mean, we got
yeah,
the movement detectors now, and all these, they've been out for a while, but you know these types of gadgets that we didn't have before, that now we do, and it's quite something now for Rainbow Six. It's like it's less realistic, realistic, like actual firefight, and technological wise, but it's getting more, interesting,
yeah,
metas,
yep.
new gameplay and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, I expect it to be not what we've seen throughout the past few weeks. So yeah, hopefully it'll come out with a nice even game. Maybe we'll see some. I don't mind like a heavy attacker side or a heavy defensive side, as long as both teams put out a good effort on each side. Hopefully
Absolutely.
that's the case tonight.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm not actually that familiar with either of these teams. I didn't really get to watch them during qualifiers. Do you know anything about them at all, or you're in the
Unfortunately,
same boat?
I if I'm not mistaken, I have casted the surf team before, but the other one, the name I cannot remember, was
Vendetta.
Vendetta. Yeah, I've heard about them. I did hear about them. Hans was telling me about the cast, and it was like, oh yeah, Vendetta versus the, for example, Hostile Actions. This super team that if I'm not mistaken, won a couple seasons ago. They said, okay, this that, they were, maybe attack sided on this map and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I don't have any how can I say, special details that I can mention, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, hey, I mean, it's more information than I can give at the moment, especially since this is kind of this is not the first game we've had of the season, but I'm sure it's one of the first games for these teams. So this will be, it's a brand new season. There are always going to be slight differences in every single one. Roster changes, gameplay style, map knowledge, whatever it could be. So yeah, I'm excited to get into the new season, see what kind of play they can do. I'm excited about these maps too. I mean, like we said, Oregon Cafe.
Allow me to interject real quick. Once again, I always feel bad about like cutting you guys off. I see Madras like in his playlist settings, and we just want to make sure that like the settings are correct. Actually, Madras, do you mind if you could give me like mouse and keyboard control within Parsec? That would make things a bit easier, I believe.
Absolutely. I'm just going to make it's acting up a little bit. No. Go save playlist. Yes. Do anything. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But,
So
yeah. Let me
do I
just,
have?
give you.
Yeah. It's within the Parsec program.
I know.
Oh, right. That's why you want to do this. Again, chat, we're so sorry.
Parsec, where are you? You're supposed to have everything: keyboard, mouse, and.
Okay,
There you
yes,
go.
I believe I do. I believe I do. Okay, awesome. So if we go into custom game, create online, um, so let's just make sure that the settings are correct. Let me edit the playlist. So the maps that we're going to be playing today are cafe. So I'll just be editing cafe and then like duplicating the matches, right? Do you have cafe in the... That was canal. There it is. Okay, so Pro League, that's good. We're playing bomb. Like, it would be really dumb to just forget about, say, the game mode we're playing and setting everything like the timer and stuff. It definitely has not happened to me before, and this is definitely not why I am saying this right now. But so far, I mean, it looks good. I mean, the rules don't change that often. So even though you took a break, how long has it been at this point? Like 6 months?
7 months, yeah.
7 months. So even a 7 month break isn't going to render your death replays off. That's not going to render like your playlist inactive. And those other things are on by default, like 3 minutes, 45 seconds of a preparation phase. So we have Cafe Oregon. Just want to make sure. If not, I'm just going to be duplicating the match. Do you have Oregon somewhere in here? I don't think you have.
It's on the top, I think.
Let's see. Yeah, Oregon's there. I'm going to assume they have the same settings.
Yeah, it's duplicated.
Perfect. And the last one was Consulate, right? So Consulate is there as well. Perfect. Quit editing. Did we update anything? Because it's asking, like, do you want to save?
No, every time it does that.
Okay, gotcha. So we can then create it as a spectator.
Did you put the right Central US or?
Yeah, I made sure it was on CUS. And now Shift F2. You are going to have to invite to add a few people to your friends list. I have them noted down, so I'm just going to feed them to you. LAOUWU. Add that person to your friends. And I'm not sure, but I believe like this in-game overlay does not update. So if like it doesn't update the friends list in real time, you'd have to restart it. Ergo, you may have to like invite that person through the Uplay program on like the desktop. Go Cure and Zen. Gokren Zen. I must have mistyped something. Go Qren. Gokren Zen. There you have it. So if you go back to... I totally hijacked your computer. Sent requests. Okay. So Gokur has... shoot, did I click on something here? I believe I did, right?
No, you're good.
So if we go back into the matchmaking... So that means that Gokur is now in your friends list?
Yep. Wait,
and now... No, cancel... You see what I mean? You got the notification that the guy's online, and yet you can't actually... I'm going to need you to Alt-Tab out of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And if we then go... I'm just going to use that over here. If we open up this Uplay program... Oh, where'd it go? Do you have a second screen that I... Okay, no.
No, you're good.
Gokren Zen is offline, and... Okay, so I'm just going to be telling this to the players.
Tree Bear, what was our third map we were talking about?
I believe the third one was Cafe at that moment. So
yeah, exactly, Cafe. So I mean, Cafe, it's another pretty huge map with this almost four how can I say this,
floors, I guess.
Floors, yes.
If you count the ceilings, I count 4. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's the bottom, 3 floors. So it's another pretty huge map. I mean, what are we, going to see there? Probably some pre-placed C4 from Valkyrie or something, right?
Yeah, I could even see pulse bands coming through. I've seen it in the past. It's not the most popular one, but pulse or Valkyrie band, some sort of C4 camera person. I could see that being on defense, and it's probably the typical ones on offense. Hard breach. I'd assume that it's probably just going to be some sort of, it could even be Habana again, because you can get those walls open from so far away, and those are pretty important, especially especially with the way that Cafe plays. So
Just saying, Hans, wasn't it Eclipse Surf?
Oh yes, that was totally a mistype from my on my part.
All
Hey,
right.
that's why having a team is so much better than just doing everything on my own like I was doing last season. Surf,
Yeah.
now it's spelled correctly. Okay, so the players are joining in. I'm just going to.
Gonna be
Can I?
quite something. Do you have a nice live
Oh
feed?
shoot, that I did that. Sorry. If I do this, no. What's the? Oh gosh. I'm sorry. I meant to do that on my computer to have Parsec full screen, and I'm like alt
Oh, you're
tabbing out
good.
of like your game.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna put it back to not full screen, but borderless. There we go. This should be this should be good. Do you have a nice live feed from me or?
Yeah, the feed is like really good to be totally frank with you. So that's
There we go.
amazing. Once again, but then again, that's kind of why we're using that program, right?
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Very interesting.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, you're full screen on our like on our end. Basically, as soon as the players are ready to go, we are going to be ready to go as well. Oh, let me just unmute Parsec on our end, because if not, shoot. Okay, yeah, that's been unmuted. Perfect.
All right, so we're starting Cafe Bomb during the day. It's gonna be Eclipse Surf versus Vendetta Esports. Unfortunately, there's two missing players from Vendetta, one missing player actually, and we're gonna be ready to go finally. Sorry, 25 minutes of waiting. I'm very sorry, Chad. It's Ubisoft.
yeah. There's not much you can do about a UPlay connection. So we're
Indeed.
working through it as fast as we can. It's a work in progress, right? So
I mean, totally. It's gonna be very interesting to say the
yeah,
least.
for sure. And there we go. Now we have everybody in.
All right, so we have the okay from Vendetta, and Caleb is on. Oh gosh, okay. So I didn't mute. I didn't mute my in-game chat. I'm very sorry about that. I'm gonna, just turn it down a little bit. Gosh. Okay, so 50%. That should be all right. Um. All right, guys. So we're gonna be starting off. Good luck, have fun to both of you teams, and I I mean, may the best team win.
All right, there we go.
All
Perfect
right, and
intros.
we all right, and we are in. We're starting this damn game after 25 minutes of waiting. It's gonna be very, very interesting to say the least. I mean, we're starting on Cafe Dostoevsky. One of the oldest maps actually after Bartley University, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty old one for sure. It's had its fair share of plastic surgery, but it's come back, and we love it so much as the first band actually coming out. Surprise, surprise, we're gonna have another Thatcher band.
I mean,
Yeah,
Thatcher is probably the most banned operator in the esports Rainbow Six esports community. So
esports of a whole, man. Like, geez, he gets banned more than anybody in League of Legends or
yeah,
Valorant. It doesn't matter. It's just either way, poor
yeah,
Thatcher will
totally.
not be in game, as
Yeah, and
well as Ace. So
yeah, I mean Ace. There's he's been recently added to Pro League. Pro League seasons, so it's pretty common that he's gonna be banned. Not that much, metas and strats that have been utilizing him, even though he's pretty powerful with his, tic tacs of tic tac destroying wall things. You know,
yeah,
the third ban is gonna be Mira. I mean, we called it so. If we're talking about in the kitchen, Mira has total control over maybe red stairs or bakery. So I mean, totally, perfect ban here. And Maestro, the last ban with his damn cameras that
yeah.
we all hate, but we all love when we're in defense.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those indestructible things can be a nuisance, and obviously they think so as well. So hopefully we can, hopefully we get some stuff going here, as we still have quite a few good operators on board. As already we're going to see Jaeger, Womai, Well, Echo was teased for a second. He might get 6 pick. But look at that. I mean, Jaeger, Wamai, Malusi. It doesn't get more irritating than that. That's a pretty heavy comp.
I mean, totally. There's two, no, sorry, three time wasters: Goyo, Smoke, and Malusi. So I mean,
Yep.
what are we gonna see? Are we going to see time play? Are we going to see more aggressive types of play? We don't know. That's the thing. So if I get back into this, yeah, all right. So I'm getting back into my controls now. It's it's pretty rough after 7 months. You're gonna have to excuse me, chat, for this, but
Either way, it looks good already. But yeah, on the other end, we got we got the typical lineup as we said before. You know, the Habana being super powerful on this map. You know, we got actually 2 hard breachers along with Habana will be Thermite. You know, we got Sledge, you got the Zofia, you got the Ash. Pretty heavy fraggers there, so understandable where all these are coming from.
yeah, I mean, totally. We got 2 hard breaches and
Locate and defuse the bomb.
Zofia and Sledge. So probably utilize the maybe concussion grenades or grenades altogether. So it's gonna be very interesting to see her if I'm no, it's this time. Sorry, chat. I'm just getting into the the controls. Sorry about that. So we're gonna be already pretty much on the roof here for the attackers. Eclipse, who's gonna be, I mean, utilizing its time pretty efficiently.
Yeah, that's for sure. Getting those hatches open in no time, you know. Sledge getting up there with 230, that's pretty good time to get to the roof. And it looks like they're going to make their way, already getting a pick as well. That's going to be Aquila. Aquila? I'm going to say Aquila. The Zofia getting a pick. That's actually, is that from White Stairs as well? That might be the pick on the White Stairs. That's pretty big as well. That's a pretty early pick, over 2 minute pick. But immediate refrag coming back out from Mac and Cheese playing in Pixel. So that's a really long peek onto that Zofia, but Zofia going to be taking the brunt of that fight.
I mean, totally here, Mac and Cheese going to be taking his balls and just dropping them on Zofia. Very beautiful kill from Mr. Cheese, and as we see, I mean, there's not very much action going on except for a frag and a refrag. Except for that missed grenade here is going to be utilized to make some team damage on the Zillers. The first smoke was going to be utilize a grenade from Goku. Going to be a refrag on the refrag from Mac and Cheese. A second killer for Goku on Sino Gucci's, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's been downed in the process as they're trying to get this this Malusi that's on the ground. It's just out of range for that melee, but there's been 2 quick kills in succession for Vendetta. So they're going to be trying to flank around. They actually get Diffuser down, and Habana's the last one, and he does not get a chance. It's going to be Caleb loves Remy with the Goyo plays coming around on the flank, getting honestly kind of a huge round. That was looking like it was not in Vendetta's favor, and they turned it around in a quick succession.
I mean, here totally for Caleb loves Remy, a triple kill, and for Goki a double kill. I mean, it was a pretty nice round, but honestly here defense really pulled it off. They utilized the smoke as we saw, and the corner of piano. So lounge. So I mean, as long as you keep the timer running for the attackers, you're gonna be dominating them with the Malusi. I mean, we saw her gadget being utilized so well, just barely out of reach for the attackers to destroy, and peeking their heads into incoming firefight. So
yeah, it was the Malusi looked like it was the cause of a couple of deaths there as well. You could see them trying to swipe away at that thing, and it was just out of reach. They couldn't touch it with their knife in hand. Either way, we will see the defense going downstairs in the kitchen, bringing out a Kaid this time, and a Vigil.
Yeah, I mean, Vigil, we're gonna see him roaming probably if we put his you know, position. Yeah, he's gonna be second floor, probably third floor too, roaming around lounge. You know, yeah, I mean, he's destroying the hatches here. He's gonna be wasting the time as much as possible for the attackers, them who are, you know, to try to keep that damn timer, you know, well used.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to be a time waster for sure. And we'll have to see what kind of picks he can get. Uh, Especially since last round we had quite a early pick, right? That changed kind of the outcome of that round. Obviously, that was refrag, and it didn't really turn out to be much. But I mean, that's a quick pick nonetheless, and something you don't like to see as a defender or an attacker on either on either side. That's kind of a rough pick to start things off.
I mean, totally. Here we see Melusi also on the third floor. Lao Wu, that's his name, has, you know, been spotted going down to the second floor. But we still use that vertical advantage that we have being a defender. Now the attackers, Aquila is going to be coming into Cigar. Sajo is going to be utilizing his damn hammer to open up every single wall he can possibly open.
Yeah, for sure. He's been upstairs already utilizing that nice hammer, and it looks like Melusi actually going to back down just a little bit. Probably smart, as he's still saving his own life. A little bit of damage taken by Goku. Don't know where that was from. But Caleb also taking a ton of damage as well, as he's almost down to half health.
I mean, we saw it was probably Goku just being on that, you know, cocktail balcony, shooting a few bullets towards Caleb. You know, we can't really say we didn't see it, but Melusi already down to first floor, just holding off that VIP as much as possible. You know, there's that wall onto white stairs that needs to be held to not give access to the attackers to the freezer.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like Aquila is going to be the one to contest. But Goku getting in his own fight as well. And he's going to miss a couple bullets, taking a lot of damage off of Mac and Cheese. As he somehow gets away from that and goes back into kitchen service here.
Yeah, we saw that. It's he missed the head by, you know, barely a couple inches. Here, the Zofia, unfortunately, not seeing Caleb loves Remy and you know, oh, and a beautiful refrag here from Zyther, who's, wait, was it a trade?
Well, that one was not a trade, as he will be down finally after getting, it looked like 2 or 3 kills in his possession.
Oh.
Either way, it looks like they're gonna be absolutely strong, or just they're gonna be taken out somehow. Wow, the Vigil was actually just sitting in between the two teams, and wow, okay, that was an interesting round. It was they got into the building, couldn't take the first floor very well, and that was the downfall for
I mean,
these
totally.
hackers there.
We saw Melusi backing down and also Vigil backing down from the third floor to the second floor pretty early in the round. That means, you know, the attackers, they got control of the verticality, but unfortunately didn't use it as much as, you know, they thought they could. We saw Goku, the sledge, using his sledgehammers or grenades, sorry, to you know, open up the hole in trains, who almost got a kill, but unfortunately didn't get that luck. And you know, it can be one little play that changes the whole game, and unfortunately maybe here that missed kill onto Kaid maybe, you know, made the round impossible for them to win.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a possibility. It looked like they would have had even man count, I think, at that point. So that was a big whiff, if we do say so ourselves. But yeah, we're gonna go second floor, as Vendetta have won both of their defenses here, and they're gonna go for this kind of standard top floor hold. You see this very often, so it's no surprise, I'd say.
I mean, yeah, if you want to hold, you know, what was the name? Darn, I forgot I'm having a
library.
blank. Yes, library. Thank you. You have to hold verticality because, as we see here, it's all destroyable floors. It's you can't just give up that power to the attackers. They're just gonna eat it up, like cake or cookies. Classy Demon here with the first kill onto Zenith Gaming. Oh, it's gonna be friendly fire here for Sino with his own shields. Very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I mean that's another early pick on the side of Vendetta. I mean they were able to come back from it last time, so maybe not that worrying for him at the moment. But still, that's Castle. He already has all of his utility down, I'm sure. And yeah, either way, it's still a body on the floor, right? So big
Yeah.
disadvantage for Vendetta at the moment.
I mean, totally here. It's it's 1 minute 49 in the rounds. Oh, unfortunately, Classy Demons who is going to take a little bit of damage, maybe around 25 damage from Sino. Unfortunately for Sino, not getting the kill he wanted, but they did see each other, so that's a plus for relationships. But in this game, it's not really about relationships. A C4 is going to be coming in, double kill for Mac and Cheese. Beautiful
Wow,
kill
I don't
here
even-
on the.
Oh, it was from below. Wow, I didn't even see that he had a hole there, and he tossed it up through. That's an impressive throw, and yeah, that's gonna be Mac and Cheese getting his bang for his buck for that C4.
Totally. I mean, we're gonna see a loss of Zofia and IQ. Both of these, attackers are very powerful in their own ways. IQ with her electronics gadget, and Zofia with her concussion grenades. It's unfortunate here. The shotgun is going to be very well utilized. Unfortunately, with a refragger from Sledge, Goku making it a 2 versus 3 advantage. Vendetta, of course, and this is going to be a double kill here. We're going to see the loss of Sino. We still have verticality, and Mac and Cheese and Lao is going to be finishing up this round with beautiful verticality kills and good strats. I mean, we can't give up this verticality. So Lao, if that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Lawu. Maybe. Well, at this point, we're gonna keep it short and simple. But once again, looking at Vendetta, they got that early pick again, right? They had a man down. It was a 4v5 with pretty much 2 minutes left, and they brought it back pretty handily. I mean, that was 3 players alive at the end, or no, sorry,
Yeah.
2 players alive at the end.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it didn't look like they were without control the whole time. So looking good on the side of Vendetta, and we're gonna see a little bit of a change up coming on the side of Surf in the form of a Maverick. So switching out the Habana for a Maverick pick.
Yeah, I mean, Habana, Maverick, both hard breachers, if you can say so. But Maverick is going to be a little more quiet with his torch. So who knows? Maybe it's going to be bigger advantage here for Eclipse, who hasn't won a round, and it's unfortunate because here Vendetta going back again upstairs, who we know was very advantageous for them in defense. So yeah, we're gonna see the rest of the round soon. But Eclipse, you gotta do something, man.
Yeah, we need at least 1 or 2 rounds to keep it pretty good on the half. 4-2 on the side of defense is considered a pretty good half. 3-3, not so much, and they already have their 3, so it's looking like could be quite a hand taken for Vendetta, but we'll have to see what Eclipse Surf can do. In the meantime, they still have quite a lot of angles working. I mean, look at this angle, but he's gonna get re-peeked and just annihilated by Lawu. That's a Zofia down, and these picks have been so early in the round, it's almost seeming like they're almost meaningless at this point, but we'll have to see. I mean, last time this happened, Vendetta came away on top with an early pick, so we'll have to see if Eclipse can do the same thing with 4v5 on the board.
I mean, totally. It was a beautiful kill here from Laubu. I mean,
It won't get easier, will it?
No, it really won't. But I mean, it's an early pick. It's still early in the round. We never know what can happen. I mean, it's Rainbow Six. It's unpredictable. Here's Zithers, who's gonna be killed by Laubu again for a double kill. IQ having no idea here what's going on. It's very interesting here to see these kinds of plays. We saw somebody, yes, on the second floor. Here's Sino, who's got a chance at the kill onto Whippet, who hasn't made a kill here right now. And yes, indeed, a beautiful carrier from Sino on the IQ. It's gonna be a 2v5 here. Vendetta versus Surf. It's not looking good for Eclipse.
No, it's been looking pretty bad ever since they got that first pick. Vendetta have been rolling. Sino is the only one that's taken damage too. He has about 25 health, so that's in their advantage. But I mean, look at the rest of the players on Vendetta. They have full health, and I don't think they've really touched anyone. As Lawu, he's gotten 2 kills. He hasn't been touched once.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still full health. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just dodging bullets like the Matrix.
I mean, totally here, we can totally say that Eclipse has no idea what to do. I mean, there's just checking around, maybe. Yes, beautiful TK here from from Zenith. Maybe he wanted to have a kill. But
apparently, yeah, I don't
see. Eclipse have no idea. Oh, maybe we have a rehost coming up.
I don't know.
But they have no idea what to do.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. I mean, 10 seconds left. They have little time to get this planted. They don't even, I mean, Classy is the one with the diffuser. Goku's going to get absolutely murdered. And as well as Demon. I mean, Mac and Cheese just comes around. What the heck is going on? Mac and Cheese getting 2 easy picks there. Yeah, and they're going to be asking for a pause coming up. It looks like they had a skin on that was not allowed. That's probably why they TK'd, probably why they and I believe there is a pause button. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Yep, there is pause timer.
Oh well, Lau just left, so he's gonna be looking for a rehost. So it's 4-0 on Cafe for the orange team. So we're gonna abandon match.
Yeah. Well, that was those 4 rounds were something. Yeah, those 4 rounds were not probably not what Eclipse Surf were looking for, but you gotta say, Vendetta taking it in storm.
I mean, totally here at this absolute unit of a match. Here for Vendetta, of course. I mean, Eclipse, you got to do something. It's 4-0, man. At least win the 2 next rounds.
Yeah, for sure.
Friends, I'm just checking in. Who was? All right. All right. So I'm getting picked from my ears. Hello. Yeah, I need to go to Uplay. Thanks, Ubisoft. I'm just going to be setting up the match as as Ubisoft open up. The band operators, if I'm not mistaken, were Thatcher,
and Ace.
Ace, yes. Mira, if I'm not, Mira and Maestro. There we go. And team names. The blue team was Eclipse. Go Surf and Vendetta. With the esports at the end. All right, and around history, we know that it was 4-0 for the orange team.
What did they just win? They just won Cocktail.
Yep. Reading fireplace and yes, bar. Perfect. All right.
All right.
Copy
Perfect.
that. All right, so we're gonna be inviting the players again. Lao. I love this name. It's it's a weird name, but it's Lao.
It's one that tricks us. You can't get used to that name. That's for sure. It's the tongue twister for sure. But
I mean,
yeah, we
imagine.
got to.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if my man Lao was in esports.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, can you imagine solo queuing up with this guy and saying, "Man, how the heck do you say your name?" Like, I'm not gonna be able to make calls to you, man. This is gonna be all over the place. But it is what it is.
Yeah. So for the chat, I don't know if they see my screen, but we're in the game, dedicated server thing. We're just inviting the players. So it's gonna be 1-2 minutes max. There seem to be the players are ready 4-4. We just need 2 more players, 1 from each team, and we're gonna be ready to go. So
Yeah.
if we have a moment now, if we can just talk about the beginning rounds, the 4 first rounds that Vendetta, absolutely, I mean, they did destroy Eclipse in these circumstances.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what else to say. I mean, they've been, Eclipse have gotten first picks under, above the 2 minute mark, and I don't know. They just bring it back from a 4v5, and they're just immediately into the round, and there's like nothing that they can really do. I mean, Eclipse just seem to be a little lost. They seem to be, kind of, I don't know. It's just something that they're getting that one trade back from Vendetta, and all hell breaks loose for Eclipse. And
so all the players are ready. So good luck, have fun, guys. Let's try to keep our skins out of the game. But that's what rehosts are for. So let's have some fun, and may the best team win. All right, good luck, have fun. Let's do this.
All right, back into the game we go. We will be getting into the 5th round here, and as we said before, they just won Bar Cocktail, so they can't do that one. But they also can't do reading, so more than likely that's going to be all the way down at the bottom for Vendetta, and it looks like they're going to go with pretty much the same lineup except for an alibi coming out this time. Interesting.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of an alibi anymore.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, alibi, one of the, I mean, not useless operators, but I mean, there's only a few certain maps that she's very useful, maybe for baits on the operators, maybe for spawn peaks and stuff like that. But she's going to be 6 picked here for a smoke, which is a good idea for Kitchen if we talk about it. Kitchen, which has a lot of openings. If we use a smoke to utilize time wasting strat, it's perfect operator.
Yeah, for sure. And that might just be a little bit of a bait for the other team. We did see Whippet change to a Jackal this time, so that's a little bit of a difference as well. They're not gonna go with that Ash anymore or that IQ. We're gonna switch all the way over to a Jackal. I kind of like that. They've been roaming pretty heavy, especially with this person here. And Caleb already taking a lot of damage. That's half health for Caleb.
Probably
okay.
Team the team just saying like, hey, come on, man, you had one job.
Yeah, that's your punishment for now. You have to play this round half damage. So anyway, Caleb will be about 50 health as we start up the round, and so far no picks yet, so hopefully that's a good sign for the round. Either way,
I mean, if we look at round history, Caleb, who hasn't done much damage over the rounds, so I mean, if he starts up with 1 health, 50 health, or 100 health, it's always very interesting. We never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure. And we see this very deep roam from both Lawu and the Malusi of Sino. And it looks like they're just playing it nice and safe, not going to overextend themselves too much. A little bit of presence going into Bakery side, but it looks like they're just going to decide for a top down. It is 2 minutes left on the board, so it was a little late to get up there. They have been droning a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see that the roamers have came to the conclusion that they need to, keep the second floor instead of the third floor. But that's what you want to do. I mean, they wasted, a minute of the attacker's time, and here Sino with, almost getting some damage from, if I'm not mistaken, Whippet, who's going to be tracking him. So I mean, we know the position here of the Malusi, but it's not early, but not late in the round. I mean, it's actually halftime. 1 minute and 26 seconds on the round. 5 versus 5. Still, Lao Wu is going to be taking up a little bit of damage. Who's not going to be able to do the kill on Zofia. So it's going to be, but Aquila is going to be taking up a lot of damage.
Yeah, you can sneeze on her and she will hit the hay there. Fortunately, she doesn't have her down but not out anymore with Stan, and either way, she'll probably get murked on sight. It looks like a couple flashbangs going in, and it might be that they get this freezer wall open. Could be a pretty heavy white push, as we see Classy Demon going to nade the top, and it looks like it'll be nice and open for them to get the wall. Sino is still playing in this Christmas spot, though, and he's just getting flashbang at the moment. He's dodging him very nicely. Nothing of the sort. There's going to be a peek coming out. Oh, a little creech peek, and he still gets him anyway. The Zofia actually getting 2, might even get 3. There's a team kill. No, and Sino gets the triple kill. No.
Wow.
Oh, Eclipse. This poor team is not.
This is unfortunate. He's gonna get a kill on Sino. A little refrag here on the 4 kills. 3 kills, sorry, that Sino did, but Zenitsu is going to be ending this round with a beautiful SMG kill. It's gonna be an oof time if I can say so.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. That's a round that they had in the bag. They had the prone peak coming through Zofia. They're still able to get that. They had more people playing, peeking into Sino, still could get the peak. But man, that team kill really sets the vibes off. Ever played? You don't like getting team killed, even if it's your own team. If you're communicating, it just sucks, right? So that's a huge vibe killer on the side of Eclipse. I mean, they're gonna have to reset hard coming into this next half. Hopefully they can get this one round, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking round 6 here for Vendetta. Their 6th round into defense. If they win this, is going to be a match point already. I mean, that's it's never been seen before, but it's very unlikely in these 7-round matches that it's going to be a 7-round domination or a 7-1 domination. It's pretty unlikely, but here Vendetta is proving us wrong.
Yeah, they've been playing pretty stellar at this point. The strats seem to be holding up, and it just seems like the attacking rounds haven't been in favor of Eclipse on this one. Cafe is known to be very defender-sided, though, so if anything, if Eclipse can get this one round and have a really good defensive half, it's not over. It's clearly not over. But yeah, we'll have to see how they respond to not only the team kills, but being down 0-5.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, Cafe is a very defense-sided map. I mean, it's most of the gameplay is done on the inside, as we know, maybe for coastline or maps like that can be played on the outside by opening walls, but here you have to get in the building, which is defended by the defenders. So it's very
it's not going to be easy getting inside, especially without Whippet. The Jackal going to be down for the count. Xena taking about half damage, but that's still a Jackal off the board. That's going to be tracking capabilities gone.
Yeah, totally. I mean, tracking can be very, very important in the last minute of the game to know where maybe two of the last defenders are. To make your stretch, go and attack from this side, either from that side or this side. The Whippet is going to be dead.
Yep.
Unfortunately for Eclipse, they're gonna lose that Jackal.
Yeah, it looks like Mac and Cheese from below is trying to do that C4 toss again. We're gonna see another C4 coming out from Sino. He's gonna blow it and actually get Aquila, who is sitting behind the piano bar. Ooh, this is a huge flight coming out from Sino as well. If he can get this pick, he gets another one. That's a 2-piece on the side of Sino, and there's another one coming down. Zyther is down as well. It's all up to Goku. Oh man,
wow!
I don't know if he can go Super Saiyan here, but it's a 1v5, and it's not looking good for him.
It looks like Lao Ubu is going to be not Lao Ubu, sorry, Zenith. I missed that. Sorry about that. It was going to be jumping out right here. Beautiful round here from Vendetta, who's going to be absolutely dominating the defense. Now, it's a role switch. It's match point for Vendetta. Are they maybe going to rush it? Maybe going to, make things a little spicy, a little.
Yeah, they're gonna have to try. They're gonna have to try something. They haven't even seen them on attack yet. So Eclipse, you're gonna have to pull out all the stops here. You're gonna have to get that mindset swapped, and apparently they have to swap a Melusi to a Valkyrie. That's the game plan here. As we bring out Jaeger Mute, Valk, Smoke. Well, is this the comp to bring them back? That is the question, though.
Well, I mean, it was for the most of it the players. Sorry, the operators that Vendetta was using, except for, if I'm not mistaken. Well, no, it was actually this almost this player, operator match thing. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit different approach on the side of them. Is it looks like they're trying to open up a lot of that bathroom wall, which is not something we saw coming out of Vendetta. This is going to be a different strat. They're going to play this shield here, I see. So they've opened up half of the wall to play into bathroom. So
that's right. They're not going to be playing the suicide corner, as called in the French community thing.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's still an open wall. It's still a direct place for the attackers to, if they dominate, probably if they dominate lounge, for example, they can just use that opening and not having to go through the trouble that they would going through White Hallway. So
yeah. And something I've been noticing here is, I mean, we did have a rehost that was 4 rounds in. Just seeing the amount of kills on the side of Eclipse is kind of staggering after the rehost. I mean, there's only 2 kills coming out from Whippet and Aquila, and those do not rack up very good points, considering that Sino and Zenith alone have 8 points for their team, or 8 kills for their team. So it's it's a little disheartening, but it can always get fixed. It's only map 1. It's not over yet. But I mean, match point, you got to bring it.
I mean, totally, it's only map 1, as you said, but it's still something that's very important. And if you want to make your point to the other team that you're very aggressive or very time wasting or stuff like that, it's still something to use to your advantage, even if it's still first game, first match.
Yeah, but first pick will be Aquila, and that's the mute down on the side of Eclipse. It's looking like it's going the other way. They have a minute left on the side of Vendetta, and there's actually going to be a trade coming out from Goku, but another immediate trade coming through on the side of Classy Demon. They turn this around now, as the defense are now in a 4v3.
Indeed, I mean, it's the first time, or one of the first times that we're going to see actually Vendetta in a underdog situation. Here, it's going to be a 1v4 for Vendetta to clutch this. Unfortunately, Goku, who is going to be... unfortunately for Zenith, Goku is... Wait, what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. Goku, who is going to be taking the round. I thought that they were still in defense. I thought that I mixed up the... I was like, hold up, there's something wrong. But
Yeah,
no,
the switch came out.
everything's good. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, Goku showing up pretty big. I mean, I think that was that 4 kills on the side of him. So
Yeah,
man,
indeed. In
it's a
2
big round
rounds.
for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's for
2
sure.
rounds, 4 kills. It's it's still a big 2 kills per round. It's still a big contribution to your team. And if we look at, for example, Sino Gahos, he's got 5 kills. You know, it's unfortunate for the other players who don't have kills, but you know, it's
Protect your bombs from being defused
Rainbow
by
Six.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it isn't always about the kills, but kills help quite a lot. So either way,
Indeed.
Those 4 kills coming through from Goku was pretty big, especially since they were down 4-5 too. They came back and made 2 quick trades, and that kind of sealed the round, it seemed, as they just kept steamrolling after that.
Indeed, I mean, we didn't see much of a mentality change, a meta change for Vendetta. I mean, they still were 6 rounds in win defense, so it's gonna take maybe 1 or 2 rounds to get into that attacking position, and maybe that's what we're gonna see here. I mean, they still have an Ash, Jackal, Thermite. They don't have many hard breachers. They only have a Thermite, which is kind of interesting, thinking that you're going into kitchen, but we never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, technically they only need to get a few walls open to have complete control of one site. So yeah, it looks like they're just trying to go for pure fragging capabilities at this point, but Mac and Cheese taking a ton of damage already. I don't know where that is even from the hatch actually. So a little bit of a peek is, as he's actually saying, chill. Yeah, man, that was a lot of damage taken from Mac and Cheese, but not finished off yet. And Sino's going to get quick control. It looks like they drowned out pretty effectively. And yeah, it looks like they have pretty much top control at this point.
Totally. I mean, here we see Lau just coming up with his buddy Sino. They're gonna be opening up the top of library. Sino is already going to be going to second floor. Did they drone all of it already? Do they have a little strat? Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're droning, but it's a little premature from Sino to already jumping onto second floor.
Yep, for sure, yeah. But, I mean, they're making good time nonetheless. Minute 30 left to execute, and they're already getting the second floor hatches up. This is about the same amount of time that Eclipse were doing it on attack, so not much difference here. And it looks like Zenith is going to be able to get the hatch because, oh, okay, Sino getting a pick on a Goku from the top as well, and it looks like he might be flushing out a few more people here. Yeah, he's going to be having a nice tight angle. Can he get him? He sees the foot, but can't really get the spray. He's going to take a lot of damage in return. Just an absolute bloodbath coming through between Aquila and the Sophia of Sino.
Oh, there's a beautiful Valcam. I don't know if you saw that into bar, if I'm not mistaken. Looking at the attackers, just knowing where they are 24/7. There's going to be a lot of pressure here on Eclipse. They have opened up the wall into having a blank freezer. Yes, freezer. Classy Demon here, just getting some kills done. 2v3 advantage here to Vendetta on the HP side. No, it's going to be a 1v2 here for Vendetta. No, sorry. Eclipse, unfortunately for them, Vendetta getting the last kill. Sino with her Ibana, super good utilization of of Hibana with her concussion grenades and such. So I mean, here it's a good half from both of these teams, but we definitely saw a big domination here from Vendetta.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to, or I should say that Eclipse is definitely gonna have to step it up on the second map, which is gonna be Oregon. So yeah, it's a bit different of a map from FA, but yeah, either way, I think that was a pretty strong statement coming out from Vendetta, saying, I think we're out here to play, and we're kind of kicking ass. So.
Totally. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be, a pause in between matches, a little, 5-minute pause for the players. But yes, indeed, next match, Oregon. Uh, you know, as we said, a crack house. They've got lots of verticality if we're talking maybe games room. Yes, games room for the wall from the bedroom. I'm having a lot of blanks. I'm very sorry about that. But we're talking verticality. We're talking electrifying. It's going to be very interesting here for the next match.
All right, and Hans is saying to ask the players if they need a break. If not, we'll just continue going right away.
Copy that. I'll just ask him right away. I just need to put my chat volume up. All right, guys. So the host Hans is asking if you guys need a little break, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, just to get your things done. Next map is Oregon. So let me know if you guys need a little break. All right. So it seems like Vendetta. All right. So Vendetta is ready. No break. How about you?
I'm good to go. He's saying to read this chat and rename the teams before launching the match.
Sorry. Can you?
So just rename the teams.
Yes. That's what I'm. Vendetta and Zenith. Was that it?
It was Eclipse.
Eclipse, yes. Eclipse Esports.
Surf.
No, yes, right. It was Vendetta Esports.
There we go.
All right, so it's going to be a 5-minute break. All right, so from the chat I read, it was going to be a 5-minute break from Eclipse. Is that okay with you guys, Vendetta?
Yeah.
All right. Eclipse, yes, indeed. I can't type today. Eclipse. Eclipse. Yes, that's how you write it. Right. Yeah. All right, so it's gonna be a 5-minute break here from for the Eclipse Surf team. I don't know if we're going to be a replay pause or something, but it was definitely a nice match. I mean, if we're analyzing, the rounds, the defense rounds from Vendetta, they certainly did use a lot of that time wasting. We saw smokes, we saw we saw
we saw pretty much smokes, Jaeger, Wamai, Malusia. I mean, that was almost every single round. So
yeah,
Vendetta kind of pushed that. We saw the occasional Kaid and stuff when they went downstairs and stuff, but other than that, I mean, there was occasional Vigil, but it didn't seem like Vendetta had to switch much up.
Yeah, indeed.
I mean, we only saw like 2 rounds of Eclipse on defense, but they brought both hard breaches that time as well. So it was it was maybe they have to change something up on Oregon. We don't know.
Yeah, we never know. I mean, Vendetta, it's the first time casting both of these teams, but Vendetta, just a beautiful match. I mean, they did start defense, and if I'm not mistaken, is it who's starting defense this match. I would believe it would be Vendetta.
Blue
starting-
attacks first.
Blue attacks first. Okay, so team starting match as attackers, blue teams. All right, blue team. So it's going to be 2 times starting defense for Vendetta, which is interesting because I would have, thought that Eclipse would have started defense.
Yeah, maybe that was just an interesting choice on their end. But either way, I think you can always come back from a defense. It depends on how your attacking half goes. Maybe they're just more confident on it. We have been seeing Oregon become a little bit of an attacker-sided map through qualifiers. I don't know if it's this team or these teams, whatever, but it's it can go either way. This is kind of one of those maps that's kind of up in the air for me. So I don't really know what we're gonna see from both these teams. It looks like we're gonna have some pretty standard strats coming out from the side of Vendetta. They may do the kind of go to hold the top floor kind of stuff, but they held it really well and they added their own little twists here and there. So maybe we'll see the same on Oregon.
Absolutely.
Who knows? We don't know until it happens, I guess.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's gonna be very, very nice to see. I mean, we have a beautiful first game, and it was a domination, but it was still very interesting. I mean, Eclipse wanting to fight back, but not having the actual strats to do so. So, are we maybe going to see some new strats coming from Eclipse on Oregon, or we can't really tell.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember too. I'll go back and look, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the map pick for Cafe was actually Eclipse, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was Eclipse. Yeah. So Eclipse's map pick was Cafe. So we're going into Oregon as Vendetta's new pick, or their first pick. So this isn't looking too good for Eclipse. I mean, geez, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if they can come back from not their map pick, which is it's going to be interesting. If we can make it, like we said, we're going to Consulate as the third one, so we'll have to see.
Yeah. So Eclipse just lost a player. I mean, maybe it's bandwidth issue. I mean, we're gonna see that very soon if he decides to come back. But yeah, the break is going to be ending very soon. We're just going to wait for that Eclipse player to come back, and I mean, see the best of it, I guess.
Yeah,
we don't really have much to say now. It's a break.
Yeah, I guess we could go to a break. It won't be too long of a break, but we'll catch you back as soon as we can.
All right.
Attackers need to protect the diffuser from position compromised. Attacker bomb diffuser has been dropped. 15 seconds remaining.
All right, so we're back here with Eclipse and Vendetta. Both of the teams are full. We're gonna be ready for Oregon, our next match. What do you think, Tribert?
We were discussing a little bit before, right? We were maybe thinking like Miraban. We were thinking, probably Thatcher again. We saw Thatcher in the first one, but something we did see was an Ace ban.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit interesting. Not a Habana, not a Thermite. So yeah, it was a little enlightening to see. So maybe we'll see the same sort of bands. Oregon is a different map though, so we could see completely different bands from what we saw in the first part. Just a reminder, it was Thatcher, Ace, Mira, and Maestro actually. So
Yes.
I haven't actually seen a Maestro band in a really long time, so that was a bit odd for me to see.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna be counting the players in. Just give me a few seconds. All right, guys. So the pauses ended. We're gonna be going into Oregon for our next match. Eclipse are going to be starting attack by your request, and next, may the best team wins. Have fun. All right, so we're just gonna need a ready team ready from both of you, and good to go. Lahu, Whippet, and Goku. All right, Whippet, Lahu. All right. So good luck, have fun, guys, and may the best team win. And there we go. We are in.
Second map. We'll have to see if Eclipse can pull back. That was a pretty devastating map on Cafe, especially since it was their map pick as well. I didn't actually notice that until after we checked, but man, that's got to be kind of disheartening as well. We'll have to see what they can do on Oregon, though, as Vendetta will be first to ban, and they're going to go with the Thatcher ban once again. We saw it in Cafe before, so maybe it's just a little bit of a comfort pick.
Yeah, I mean, Thatcher very powerful with his EMPs to destroy these electrified gadgets that we
Yep.
talked about before. I mean, electrifying walls, it's the way to go here. Ace, another, history ban that we saw from, again, Vendetta. No, sorry, Eclipse. So are we going with comfort?
Could be. I mean, that's Ace ban, and he's still pretty powerful. I mean, especially on Oregon, there's not as many hatches as the other one. But man, we're just seeing the same bands again. So Mira gonna be taken out. I mean, nonetheless, she is still strong on every map she's played on, in my opinion. So that's probably a good one to ban out. But Vendetta gonna get the last pick here. And as the clock runs down, we're gonna get an Echo ban. Actually, okay. So even though he's gotten a little bit, nerfed, he's still gonna get banned out. So
Yeah, I mean, Echo here, I can't really, tell, make a scenario where he'd be actually really, really useful, except for maybe in kids' bedroom, bunk beds upstairs, to, keep an eye on that double window. But other than that, I mean, Echo, he's not really, that much of a threat with his nerf. So
yeah, we'll have to see if that comes into play. I mean, there was a Maestro ban last time, so maybe they want to bring out the Alda and the 81 bullets, but we'll have to see what kind of plays they go for. They are starting out with the Valkyrie instead of a Goyo, and Whippet will be going back onto that Jackal. So pretty much just operators we saw last time.
Indeed, I mean, we're still going to be seeing Vendetta going defense and Eclipse attack. There's still very similar plays, operator picks, that we're gonna see here from Vendetta and also Eclipse. So I mean, we're seeing here kind of a comfort pick right now to see how both of the teams are playing on this map. It's very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll be, like we said, we're starting upstairs on the side of Vendetta. They had defense last time as well, so hopefully it's a little different on the side of Eclipse, and hopefully they can get a few more rounds in Oregon. Oregon is a completely different map, but we're going to see a spawn peak coming out
Ooh.
right on the first round. Lau is going to be. He's not going to get anything. He's just going to back off. Probably play it a little bit safer. But that could have been a pretty big pick at the beginning of this round, but it won't be.
Oh, here's getting almost half damage taken from Aquila and her Zofia. So it's unfortunate here to lose 50 HP at the beginning of the the 30-second beginning of the round. But that happens when you're cheeky, when you want to get some early kills. It happens. But now we're gonna see looking around cams, looking if the attackers are coming in from maybe white stairs or from maybe bedroom stuff like that. It's it's still the beginning of the round, 1/3 of the way in, 2 minutes on the clock, so it's it's still in progress. Say it like
Yep. Yeah, for sure. They have not really cleared out most of this area yet, as you can still see Sino's running around, and Whippet is just trying to make any sense of where he's going. He's going to come back up, and this might be a little bit of an altercation. He will go back out. Oh, he has a nice little
Oh.
hole there, but he cannot see Whippet. He's going to be crouched behind that couch. So that was close engagement, but nonetheless, he will back off.
Indeed, it could have been a beautiful, two-way kill here from Sino, but we're not going to see anything. I mean, he's still downstairs. He's still roaming very much, intensely. So, what are we expecting? I mean, oh, beautiful first pick here from Zenith onto Whippet. We're gonna be losing the Jackal. He's been using his tracking a lot, so he's at least used that. Oh, Smoke peeking out with his SMG, if I'm not mistaken. Another kill from Sino here is going to be a frag onto the Valkyrie. 3v3, 40 seconds in the round. They're going to be opening up the bottom, the closet floor. 2v3 for Vendetta. Wow. And here's 1v2. I mean, wow, it's such a turn of events. Classy Demon, who is going to be killed by Lau.
Oh, a trade.
Oh, wow, yeah, indeed.
So, interesting. All right, well, it didn't amount to anything in the end because, I mean, there was still one player alive. But that was kind of a chaotic round.
Yeah, I mean, frag after,
something else.
refrag and frag and such, I couldn't keep up. It was a, very, very nice round, I mean, for players. But for us casters, oh boy, it's something to deal with.
Yeah, that was quite a lot of action going on in one singular. It was like 30 seconds of
Yeah.
fighting there. But yeah, I think one thing that we need to point out in that round was that Sino absolutely eating away at time. He was downstairs pretty much the entire game, causing a ruckus. He was getting around without anything having done anything, and it's just he was ruining everything. He was ruining everything for Eclipse at that point. We got that pick underneath the floor, and from there it just didn't seem like it was winnable for Eclipse.
I mean, totally. He ate up that time like it was candy. It
Yep.
was, a very good thing for Vendetta here. I mean, it was probably, I would say, the play of the round. If we count that in like Overwatch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he totally nailed that round, and I mean, props to him. He got a kill. He got a 2 kills? Yeah, 2 kills from that first round.
Yep.
Pretty interesting and pretty cool. I mean, now we're going into the second round. Hibana? Yes, no, sorry, not Aquila with a headshot coming to her direction from Sino. He's going hard.
Yeah, it almost looked like I think Whippet was going across right as Aquila was, and unfortunately, I think that was just a little bit of a pre-fire from Sino, and I think Aquila was in the bad end of that exchange. But yeah, that's another big pick on the side of Sino, as he's still going to be roaming upstairs, and the one being tracked isn't going to be Sino. It's actually going to be the Cade of Mac and Cheese. So that's a pretty big scan as well. That's wasting a scan. But it looks like
Oh.
Whippet actually does know where he is at the moment. It's a little bit tagged, but he's just going to back off all the way. That's a smart play from Sino.
Mhm.
Keep yourself alive, and yeah, he's actually going to go upstairs. He's just wasting more time at this point. Sino is being an absolute menace. He's using the full capability of the floors, and he's actually going to get a pick, another one. He will get immediately traded by Whippet, but man, it's got to be disheartening if you're Eclipse.
Totally. I mean, I don't even know who to watch. There's so much stuff going on both sides of the of the match. I mean, it's still, you know, almost halfway. It's a little over half the time, and it's 3v4 advantage here to Vendetta. But still, I mean, we saw so much action, so much stuff going on. It's very, for these two teams right now. It's possible for these two teams to get the win in this round.
And it looks like there's a couple people actually going to be playing in Freezer as well. So this is going to be a hard push as they're trying to get through Laundry and Freezer at the moment. It's going to be tough. They have two going down Laundry stairs, one pushing Freezer. There's a lot of emphasis going through on the side of Freezer for Vendetta. So this could be a bit of a play on Eclipse, but either way, it's going to be a tough push. Zyther has very little health, and smoke grenades are still in play as there goes the first one. And there's only 30 seconds left. This is going to be really tough. This push is going to have to come out soon as well. They're just focusing now. This is going to be a nice play from Whippet. Immediately traded onto Zyther, though. Whippet will push up a little bit. That smoke is going to be smoked out as well. And he actually gets another kill. Whippet is going to find it, but immediately refragged by Mac and Cheese. Classy Demon coming around. He's going to try to sledge nothing. And it's a 1v2. He's going to come around the corner. Zenith will end the round on the Classy Demons. That was a very close round. I'm not sure if the Cade was down or not. But
Yes,
either way, that was okay. So yeah, that was a 1v1 in the end, and Zenith was able to get to it. That was quite the adventure we just had there. That was kind of insane.
Indeed, here Zenith with his smoke grenades absolutely clutching the round. We saw three kills or 2 kills on this round, 2 confirmed kills, 1 to be dealt with. But it was, yes, indeed, a very nice round here. A lot of action from both sides of the match, of the, you know.
Yep.
Of
Yeah,
the
for sure. Yeah, I mean, it was probably in favor of Vendetta that whole time. They still had 4 on site, and there was 3 pushing from Laundry. It was kind of a flushed push on the side of Eclipse, as they were really just trying to bulldoze their way through that. Unfortunately, it didn't work in the end. It was a very good effort, and the trades were coming in perfectly on the side of Eclipse, just until the end when he was looking the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, totally. It looks like Eclipse is kind of warming up, you know, just starting to get these plays in. Maybe it was the map before Cafe that they didn't quite have the stress for the metas, you know. But it looks like they're fighting back.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. It's getting closer, at least, as that round was probably one of the closest we've seen all match. So yeah, it's like you said, it could just be a little bit of getting warmed up. Anyway, we'll have Vendetta going to Kitchen and Meeting, I believe. Yes, Meeting. So they are going to take that as their tertiary bomb site, and it looks like they're going to have very heavy top control. Zeno has been just a roaming machine at this point, and we'll have to see if he can be another presence in this round.
I mean, totally. I mean, we see Sino, we see Zenith, just, you know, time wasting as much as possible. Maybe the smoke Zenith in the end games, but Sino really just picking up the pace and just absolutely, you know, how can I say this? Confusing the attackers on his positions. Oh, Goku with his Torch Maverick. He's going to be trying to open up the wall here. Of closet, if I'm not mistaken. But
I think he was trying to take out a cage charge, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like it was successful at this point. Mac and Cheese is still looking through the hole that he's made. He doesn't have any more cage charges at this point, but Aquila is actually going to get the first pick on Asino, and that has been their big fragger for this game. And it looks like they don't have top control. That's actually going to be a nice pick coming from Lau, but he'll get immediately refragged from Whippet.
I mean,
there's going to be another engagement.
Refrag. It's pretty interesting. Was it Remy who was? Yeah, it was Remy who was trying his luck here on picking Whippet. Unfortunately, he's not going to have any luck on this. Mac and Cheese, a little bit of action from his weapon. Doesn't seem that much intense right now. They're really opening up the floor here. It's very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like they're trying to get all the top control they can, and it looks like it's working as Goku's going to get a pick on a Mac and Cheese. That's actually from meeting into tower. So that's the wall open on both ends, and it looks like they're able to plant as long as they have all of their angles covered. Zenith does hear somebody upstairs, and it looks like he's just going to be playing very cautiously as this sledge is just destroying everything up there. Caleb will find Goku, and actually it's another pick for Vendetta, but there's going to be another pick farther off, and it's going to be Zenith in a 1v2 situation. He does see the first one. That's nice. He leaves it into a 1v1 situation. It's just whip it on the Jackal against Zenith on the smoke. He's going to push really hard. He thinks he's upstairs. No, Whip it's downstairs, and he'll get the pick on the Zenith.
First round win here from the attack side for Eclipse. It was a very nice round, but they were in a 4v2 situation, but they got down to a 1v1. So it proves that Vendetta still has a lot of power, even down 2 men. So it's I mean, even though they walked with this round, they need to pick it up because that was way too close, honestly, for this round.
But they're getting there. I think they're starting to warm up quite a lot here, and yeah, that's a good attack round that they really needed, especially since that is the first attacking round of the match for them.
Yeah, totally. It was a very nice round though, but it was very close, way too close.
The post point. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say, it was like the post plant kind of got a little hectic for them, and they just tried to get a little bit ahead of themselves maybe, and there was just trades all around. But yeah, it was very close, and they got the win in the end, so that's all that matters really.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if Zenith, the smoke had the intel that the last player Eclipse was on the bottom floor, it was on the same floor as him, it would have been a completely different turn of events. I mean, a smoke can deal a lot of damage in very little time, and as we know, he was low, if I'm not mistaken. Zither was low.
Yeah, he was quite low and got picked from somewhere. I don't even know where it really was, but either way, he fell, and it just left onto Whippet, and he clutched up. That's what you need from your Jackal. He's got a couple more kills than he did before, and man, I kind of like this angle. The hatch is not open, but they made a little kill hole. I mean, they'll be able to see it from there, but will they actually spot out what they're trying to do here? As man, these are two tight angles. Look, even the Valk is holding that angle as well. Anybody trying to push in the kitchen, they're gonna get smoked.
Yeah, I mean, they're going for the roamers. Here it's Malusi. Zeno again with the beautiful roams. To be a 1v1 here, Malusi versus the Zofia Sino with a beautiful frag onto Aquila. Sino just winning the 1v1s here. It's very, very interesting here for Vendetta.
Yeah, he's been winning everything pretty much. He's gotten his first pick, and he's been wasting so much time. I mean, look how much time is left. He's only the attackers only have a minute 20 left. Eclipse has got to flush him out, or at least just try to focus on the push, because trying to clear him out at the moment is just not working in their favor. They're just getting Sino is just getting picks after picks, and I don't know what I don't. He's been a monster, that's for sure.
I mean, totally here. Oh, Whippet could have oh no, wait, Whippet is on the attacker team. I was like, he could have a beautiful angle here on the thermite, putting his thermite wait, did I see that right? Was the wall opened up?
I don't think it actually. It was,
my.
yes.
But it
Oh
looks
wait,
like
wait.
No, it's closed.
Is it glitched or is it just a spectator? It might be a spectator, but because they are
Yeah.
looking through it like it's open. But we'll have to see here in a moment. I don't know if that actually is. Whip it! Nice shot on the Zenith. That's a good refrag that they needed. And Mac and Cheese taking a ton of damage off of that nade. Somebody else down in the background. That's Sino. And man, it's starting to fall apart for Vendetta as he's in a really tough spot. And a nade takes him out before he could get the C4 off. It wouldn't have mattered. There was nobody over there. Anyway, this push is looking really good as Lau and Caleb are the only ones left. He's going to get 1 and 2 onto the attackers and 3. Wow. Vendetta clutch out the round. How did that happen?
Absolutely beautiful round. I mean, in the end game, it was a 3v1 or 4v1 with Lau just getting 2 beautiful frags in less than 3 seconds, clutching out the round. Beautiful round here from Vendetta Esports. As we said, maybe there. What I looked from Eclipse, they're wasting a lot of time, maybe around the 1 minute 30 mark. They're looking for something to do. It looks like their strats aren't really that defined, but it's
Attackers need to locate.
It looks like they're trying to push Sino out of his spot, and they just keep losing their gunfights. is at this point, he is winning every single of his first fight. He has not been put to rest very easily, and now I would not doubt that he's going to go on the roam again. As you can see, he's got 5 kills, and most of those, I believe, have been on the roam and coming back to site. So he's been just a nuisance at every single turn for Eclipse.
Totally. I mean, it was beautiful starts of rounds, 1v1s that Sino just has the advantage from his higher RPM weapon. Sorry, BPM weapon. He has more chances, to get the headshots and stuff. But it's both ways. It's still a firefight, and who gets a headshot first can win. But Sino just has that, mentality. Just has the talent to get the headshots first. So
yeah.
It's very interesting way to start your rounds.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed here too is Whippet has said kind of screw it to most of his operators. He's been playing a ton of operators, by the way. He's played Ash, he's played IQ, Jackal, and now he's on a Ying. So we might get to see some Ying action here. We'll have to see what kind of plays he can get with his Ying Candelas. It looks like they're gonna try to take this bunker area, but Smoke is gonna be playing in that nice hidey hole over on the side. Keela is actually gonna do a lot of damage onto Mac and Cheese, and he's gonna be down to maybe 5 HP if that. And yeah, this push is looking a little hectic for Vendetta. They're going to have to hold, but Sino comes down again. He's going to get a pick from above. Sino is the absolute master of the roam right now. He's eating Eclipse apart with these opening picks, and he is just going to run off into the distance. And he's not going to get touched again. Oh my gosh.
What's going on? I mean, Lau and Sino just carrying these picks. You hear a double kill from Lau and Sino probably exactly rotating around, just trying to get that frag. He's going to get spotted by the drone, and unfortunately not getting the the pick here on Thermite. But Thermite still doesn't have any reinforcements. He doesn't know what to do, and Caleb here is going to be absolutely exploiting that, going to get the kill, and He's going to get refragged, but Zenith here with a SMG kill here, the last kill onto Goku, going to refrag and end this round.
God, man, Sino has just been roaming the game of his life right now. He has been just popping off on his entries. He got a little out of hand at the end part. He peaked a little bit too far, but man, he has been putting up a class act on how to roam right now. I was about to say, if Whippet doesn't go back to the Jackal, they might be in even more trouble, as that Ying didn't really seem to help much. As much as the Jackal did, especially with the way Sino is roaming. Sino literally came out of nowhere, I think, through Attic and just annihilated whoever was on the stairs. It was just, oh man,
Yeah.
he's having a good game for sure.
Yeah, just came down from Attic and
Attackers
going
need to
through the
locate
stairs,
the
just
diffuser.
absolutely ripping through the attackers. And as you said, yeah, but Whippet took Ying, but she's only pretty useful with her LMG. If we're thinking maybe her other weapons, I can't remember exactly which these are, but her LMG is just so powerful when you combine that with her charges. And
Yeah.
Whippet just didn't utilize them. I mean,
Yeah.
if the the Ying the flashes would have been used, it would have been a totally different game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there was a couple people that were kind of held out in different spots in that pillar side. You know, they had Mac and Cheese holding over there. They had Lao, and you know they were just not utilizing the Ying, like you said, and that's probably why they're going back to the Jackal. And yeah, we'll have to see if they can win another round, as we're gonna see Vendetta go back to Kitchen and Meeting as their tertiary bomb site. And this is actually the map that they lost, or this is not the map, the site that they lost last time. It looks like they're making a bit of adjustments on the side of the defense, but we'll have to see. You know, still roaming, no surprise there.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see him and Lao just roaming and trying to get these. Oh, beautiful! I mean, early start, early entry here from into bedroom. Are we going to see maybe more of a rush, maybe less wasting time and stuff like that? That's what we're going to be see. Sino, if I'm not mistaken, yes, into white stairs already. Yeah, but Lao just staying there and holding his ground. He's not going to be giving up that easy.
Yeah, he's got good crossfires coming in with Sino right now. With him playing on that white stairs, he's not going to have any support really from Lao unless somebody tries to push him specifically. But we can see they're very hesitant. They know where these two players are, but they just don't want to push too much. They don't want to get into that crossfire. But oh my God, Sino, stop it! You're gonna make me lose my voice. Whip it. Goodbye, Jackal gone.
Absolute beautiful little pixel kill. It was absolutely delightful how that played out. They're going to be losing Jackal again as one of their first picks, but Goku with the Zenith kill, they're going to be losing Smoke unfortunately here.
Yeah, they may be losing Smoke, but they still have quite a few roamers going around on the first floor. Sino, he's trying to do it again. He's playing on this tower with his MP5, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a pick here at this moment. He's in a really good position, and I don't know if there's any drones on him at the moment. It doesn't look like they're looking at it specifically. And he could sneak up it looks like he can sneak up pretty easily here. He doesn't want to overextend, but Scyther is going to go for the pick. Nobody's looking in his direction at the moment. Mac and Cheese will fall, and he just can't win his 1v1. It'll end up 2v3 for the side of the attackers, though, as Lao gets a double kill. Lao, and there's another from Caleb. He rotates upstairs. The huge rotation on the side of Caleb. The castle coming in with the 2K at the end. Oh, look at that. That was beautiful. Man, they are playing so well right now. This is amazing.
Totally, absolutely. I mean, Sino pretty much did the bait here for Castle to roam up and absolutely get the double pick, a game, not a game ending but a round ending pick on the attackers. it was going pretty well for the attackers this round, but unfortunately they lost Jackal to Sino. They
Mhm.
they didn't utilize after that their time right. They seemed a little lost onto what was going on and what to do. And I mean, we saw that Zenith tried to plant, but he
Attackers need
didn't
to
stick it.
locate
He
and defuse
didn't
bombs.
do anything to hold it. Maybe he didn't have any support from his from his attackers, from his buddies. But it's unfortunate here for Eclipse, who is going to be going defense now. Vendetta first round in attack.
Yeah, for sure. They've had another great defensive round, or defensive half, I should say, for them. They starting on a defense just seems like a win for Vendetta, as both maps have been pretty dominant on defense. It has been 5-1 this time, so it was one less round than Cafe, but
Yes.
I mean, still, that's a lot of rounds on a defensive sided map. This is going to be a huge task again from Eclipse to come back.
Totally. I mean, here it's something to point out. Eclipse did have oh, they're rushing. Hold on. I didn't see this coming.
Oh no, Sino's coming. All of the Vendetta are coming through Laundry. They're going to get the first pick. Sino is going to find Whip It, and they know that there's somebody in there. But
Oh.
Sino gets another kill. There's just a flurry of kills. I can't even keep up. But the defenders have two. But Aquila has a quad kill already with a lineup coming through from the Jaeger. He only needs one more, and he knows exactly where he is. He's going to take the pistol and the ace for Aquila.
It's an ace.
Oh my goodness, that rush was not what you wanted to do right there, Vendetta. Aquila says, I will take all of your kills. Thank you for the ace, and that's a round on the board for Eclipse. Wow, that was a rush turned into disaster. Man.
I mean, there's
Holy
always two
crap.
possible ways of a rush. Either it's going to be a domination, or it's going to a total fail. Here, it's going to be a domination for Aquila, who's going to get the ace on the attackers. It's not common, but it's still something to point out. It's very, very nice.
Yeah,
Aquila,
that's a pick me up if you're on that's a huge pick me up if you're on Aquila.
I mean, totally, he was down to 2 kills before, and now he's up to 7.
Attackers need to
Yeah.
locate
Just carrying that round. It's going to be a second round win here for Eclipse. It's still 5-2 for Vendetta. There's still a lot to play here. 2 rounds, 2 needed wins here for Vendetta to end this thing off. But it's still winnable for Eclipse. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not betting 100% on Vendetta right here. Eclipse still has
10 seconds
a lot
left.
of potential.
Yeah, for sure. We can definitely see this comeback come into flourish, especially with, this is a huge motivator, coming into the half, stopping that rush dead in their tracks. And, the Jaeger play obviously probably pretty hype right now. And, man, that's a destroyer right there. Vendetta probably just kind of laughing it off at that point, thinking, all right, we tried something. We'll dial it back now. It looks like they're taking a little bit slower this time.
I mean, that's what I would do also. They did, they tried it. They tried the rush, and it didn't work, but it was pretty funny, honestly. It was something to to point out. So 2
It was
minutes.
a good laugh.
Yes, indeed. So 2 minutes 15 on the clock. Vendetta still with Caleb just taking a little bit of damage here from the electrified wall. But there's still a lot of round to play, and there's nothing that pretty much has been done except for making a hole. Oh, pretty big hole here into Big Tower. But other than that, there's nothing else really done.
Yeah, we're gonna see Goku actually on the Maestro, something we haven't really seen especially since 1 was banned, and yeah, it looks like they're going to try to take control fast, but Goku says no thanks, and he's going to get 2 kills with that Alda. That's a good stop coming through from the attack. And man, Goku is actually going to get annihilated. Where was that even from? Mac and Cheese got Goku from the window. Wow, that was a pixel peek. Aquila will get loud though, and he must be feeling himself now. He's stepping up his game, and he's moving around pretty good. It's down to 2 players on the side of the attack. Zenith's actually in sight. I don't know if they know this, but he could go for the plan if he needs to. He gets the first pick onto Classy Demon. That's pretty big, but he's going to be stuck in a 1v4 situation or 1v3 situation. Whippet is in really low health, and he did just see the Jaeger so close on the headshot. He's going to go prone inside of Bunks. He sees the headshot of Whippet, perfect angle, and made it down to a 1v2. Zenith still playing around this Bunks area. He's in a crossfire on the side of Aquila and Zyther. They're both on full health. Actually, all of them are on full health, and there's still 30. He could get the plant down if he needed to, but it's going to be a pretty hard one to come by. He's going to try to crawl. That's not going to be big enough for you there, bud. And he's just going to get shot in the back. Unfortunate. Zyther will come around and catch Zenith. Trying to crawl through the crack. He's actually gonna get a heal shot. Look at that.
That's unfortunate here for Vendetta. I mean, he did have a double kill here. 1v3, 1v4. Sorry, 2v4, 2v3, 1v3, 1v2. Zenith just trying his best, and unfortunately not having the force to end the round with a win, but he still did a good job. I mean, as a thermite, which isn't the most powerful gun in the world, he did make quite a lot of damage. And I mean, they're not going to win this round, but still, they made their position clear that they weren't going to give up that easy, even though they're winning. But they've lost the last 2 rounds, so that's something to, start ramming up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like it's been a very defensive-sided game for most of this match. I mean, obviously Vendetta is taking that 6-0 on Cafe, and then this 5-1 now. And Eclipse on their first 2 defensive rounds have pulled out. The win on both of them, so it's looking like they're starting to find their groove, and it's looking like an interesting match now. They're only down by 2 rounds, so
that's true. They're making their way up back again. The round has just begun. They are in kitchen, kitchen and the meeting hall. There we go. I mean, that's not. I mean, I wouldn't say that's a good side to play, because there's all that verticality and the wall to big tower right there, and the wall to kitchen also. But it's still a place where if you can get the high ground, as Obi-Wan Kenobi said, you'll be victorious. You'll well, not necessarily, but you'll have way more power than if you had the low ground. Rip Anakin.
Yeah, but here's Zenith actually going to get picked, and he's going to drop Diffuser. I think that was actually an angle from the tower hallway. So Sino is actually going to be there by himself in dining room. He has quite a few people. He sees a little pixel, and man, Zyther, you're going to get destroyed through that. And man, that's going to be Sino gone as well. Aquila will get the peek onto him. And man, there's just refrags all over the place. Mac and Cheese is going to find Classy Demon. I believe that was upstairs. And that's going to be the smoke gone. Man, Lao takes it all the way and finds Whippet upstairs as well. It looks like it's only Goku Renzen and Aquila left versus 3. So they're holding sight as much as they can here.
I mean, here it's Vendetta has so much power. They have high ground, they have HP advantage and player advantage. And they have the diffuser, and they're actually starting to plant. So here Vendetta, it's pretty much a win round, unless Aquila is going to get picked. here Mac and Cheese with the double kill on Goku, who is going to win this round and put them in a match point situation. 6-3, sorry. Advantage Vendetta.
Yeah, Mac and Cheese had a pretty. I think that was 3 kills for him on the round there, and man, that was pretty big for them to come back like that. That's a huge attacking round that they needed, especially since it's now match point, and now the pressure is on for Eclipse. They're gonna go back down to Laundry, which they won off of a rush nonetheless. So we can't forget that it wasn't really the typical kind of strat worthy, take that we want or that we see. So we're gonna have to see how this round plays out. It was not, yeah, it wasn't the conventional win, but they're obviously gonna take that nonetheless.
Absolutely.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
So I mean,
bombs.
there's not really much to say. They took the high ground. They dominated kill wise. Vendetta, of course. And they just played well here for Eclipse. Unfortunately, not how can I say this? They didn't win their gunfights, and that's unfortunate, but it happened.
And it looks like chat is asking to see Whip It a little bit more, as he's kind of been the action piece of. He's been kind of entry fragging this entire game. We got to remember he's kind of been that pick. Either it's been one of Sino on defense, or he's been tracking him on Jackal. But now on defense, it's a little bit different. But either way, looks like Aquila actually going to try to go for a spawn peek. Nobody actually going around that way, so he's not going to find anybody at the moment.
Indeed, it's very quiet right now. They're going to be trying to get to bunker to that little place. Unfortunately, I don't know what it's called, but we're gonna see the first smoke getting used just to try to get these attackers off their ground. Zither's taking a little bit of damage, maybe 75 damage, not that much from his own shield. It's very, very dangerous right now to be around his own shield, right? But here's Sino just going through, powering through, 50 HP loss from the smoke, but still, trying its best to get that little, concussion nade.
Yeah, I think he flushed him out of that position as well. So you see that the wall is now reinforced. They have not full control yet, but most of the control, if they want, it's into bunker. Looks like they're going to try to take tower now, but Goku is going to be on the roam right now, and it looks like he is going to be in a confrontation here soon. Looks like they're all kind of just holding out in tower side at the moment, not really doing much. They're trying to drone him out. He does know where they are at the moment. We're going to have to see. Zenith actually has diffuser all the way down here. This could be interesting if whoever that is gets to pick. Ooh, Zenith's taking a lot of damage. We'll have to see who wins this fight. Man, this is going to be really close. That was so close. That almost looked like it could have been a headshot. Might have just been fire rate at that point. And oh no, he does lose it and diffuser as well. Aquila knows that, and he pinged that right away saying, all right, now we know where it is.
Indeed, the first frag you're going to Eclipse. 5v4 with only 55 seconds on the board. It's you gotta do something, Vendetta. I mean, it's your match point. You're almost there. You have to do something. You have to push somewhere or another. Aquila with a beautiful here on Mac and Cheese. It's going to be a 5v3 situation here. A refrag on Aquila. Ash just going nuts. 2v4 here. Advantage Eclipse. It's gonna be Sino and Caleb. They're just trying to power through.
Yeah, at this point, it's just kind of a ride or die, as Caleb does get the first pick. That's a pretty big pick, but man, he's going to get crossfired all the way on the other site. It's just Sino with really low health. He'll get the first. He knows where the next two are. He knows there's a smoke over there, but man, he does not. That smoke is just going to eat him alive, and Sino will take smoke damage in the end.
Indeed, that smoke was going to be very harmful. I mean, Sino here just... I mean, did did she take all of her damage from the smoke? She took 50
I think
HP
she
off.
did. Yeah,
She took
I think
50
she did.
HP off from the beginning, from the first smoke, but I mean, she didn't receive any bullets that I saw. I mean, it's very interesting here how the smokes were played, and it got himself it got Classy Demon a kill. So congrats to him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's another round for Eclipse, and they're going to be able to go upstairs this time, which they had pretty good success on, right? They brought the Maestro, which Goku is bringing once again, and yeah, they've been. He just kind of took over that round, got nice picks on the attic side, and just went from there, right? So we'll have to see what kind of adjustments Vendetta can get, and if Eclipse can hold it once again, because it was a pretty good hold on the side of Eclipse.
Fully here, it's Eclipse did their best, and they did win that round. So congrats to them. It's still match point here for Vendetta, but anything can happen. It's Rainbow Six. It's
Yeah.
4-6 advantage Vendetta. So you know we're gonna see what we're gonna see here in the next round, starting in 5 seconds.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing that we have been seeing is that Akila's been playing that Jaeger. He's been getting quite a few kills, especially on this defensive side now. And it's looking like Vendetta are looking a little bit more hesitant this time on attack. They're just slightly behind, and it's kind of costing them some kills and stuff. But I mean, like you said, they're still in match point. They only need one more, and all the pressure on Eclipse right now. That drone actually falling all the way down in the garage. Unfortunate for whoever threw that. But man, Aquila is just going to push all the way back into sight. I don't actually know if they have anybody roaming at this point.
Doesn't seem like it. I mean, downstairs there is Aquila.
Okay, Aquila.
But other than that, I mean, it doesn't look very, roamy type of situation. And I think Vendetta is going to know that, because they don't seem to be. They are still, droning and trying to get a hold of the situation, but it doesn't seem like they're going to go for Aquila here in this round.
Yeah, for sure. They're still playing pretty heavy on the bunk side of defense. They know where they're pushing from at this point. Zyther, look, he's playing a very tight angle on that wall now. He's playing super close. He could a pretty angry pick here, and Aquila actually going to get the first pick on Asino, and that's Zofia gone. Not sure how many stuns and or breaches she used, but man, that's a big pick. Lau is going to demolish Zyther. He's just going to peek it and win that one. Ash is going to take him out. Looks like Nobed trying to set up for the extra roam that they knew about earlier. And man, this is just slow going from the side of Vendetta. But man, that was a peek into death for Demon. And man, actually, Aquila is just gonna get annihilated too, and so does Goku. It's down to one person left, and the attackers win it. Man, that was very fast. That was an execution I was not expecting at the very least. Zenith's gonna get the last kill on the Thermite, and GG's in chat all around.
Indeed, GG for both of these. I mean, beautiful matches. Vendetta here in the second match, getting a little bit behind. I mean, they did win it 7-4, but it was still 7-4, like we saw last time. It was 7-1. So I mean, were they a little bit tired? We don't know. Was it their map? It has a lot of possible situation, but it's it was a pretty nice match from both of these teams here on the second match. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing really else to say here.
Yeah, they seemed like Clip started to warm up a little bit more in Oregon, right? I mean, 4 rounds is a lot more than one, and it wasn't even their map pick either. So a good recovery on the side of Clips, just couldn't get it. They were pretty close in the end. Unfortunately for them, I should say, Vendetta are going to take it 2-0. Cafe and Oregon both going to them.
Indeed, here it's going to be two beautiful match. Thank you, guys. I'm getting here that we're going to try to get an aftermatch here interview with the players with Vendetta. So I mean, stay around just a little more. We're trying to reach the players for an interview, and well, I mean, for the ones who are who just wanted to see the match. Thank you for watching this. As I said, we're trying to get the players for an interview.
For sure, and they definitely deserved that interview. As that first game of the night cafe, they pretty much ran over and just kind of demolished in that one. And it slowed down a little bit in Oregon, which was at their map pick. But either way, win's a win, right? So
Indeed, it was a pretty two nice nice match. So I mean, Vendetta going two time defense. I don't know if it was a pick from the Eclipse serve to go two times offense, but it didn't work out for them in the the first match, and the second one it could have been better, but they still tried to get that W. Here we
for sure.
Sino, one of the guys we've been talking around with your damn roams. You just absolutely dominating your 1v1s.
Yes, sir.
How did you? What was your mentality on that? I mean, it was absolutely beautiful.
It was mainly to kill drones, fall back. If I could get a pick, I'd just take it. So
Yeah.
any late gun fate they give me, I'd take it, and I won.
Yeah, it seemed like you were playing really safe, and that probably probably led to quite a few kills. As man, you were coming out of nowhere from sometimes, and we wouldn't even see you on the map, and all of a sudden, oh, there's you got another pick.
I'll take that, man.
Yeah.
You know where I'm coming from. That's best for me.
I mean,
So
each time. Oh, sorry, Tree Bear, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I mean, each time you were in a 1v1, like we saw, you were against Zofia. Most of the time, you were getting that kill. You were dominating and leaving with barely a scratch. Well, how did you have intel? Did you know that there was going to be players there, or?
Mainly soft intel, like just small bits of sound I just catch. That's about it.
Well, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
If I do remember, Cafe was not your guys' map pick, correct?
That is correct.
So yeah, how was that coming 7-1, not even on your guys' map pick? How did that feel?
It may not be our map pick, but we scrimmed a lot on it, so we're pretty confident on that map.
Yeah, it obviously looked pretty confident. I mean, 6-0 on defense. What was what was it looking like beforehand? Were you pretty confident going into defense?
Yeah, the team was very confident because we were scrimming the map a couple days ago, and vibes were high, so we just went with it.
Yeah, seems like it worked out for sure. You got any more questions for him, Madro?
Well, no. I mean, just congratulations to your team and to you for winning both of these matches, and I mean, congrats again.
Thank you.
All right. So,
Alrighty.
So I mean, we're going to be moving on from this. I mean, thank you guys for watching this stream. I don't know if there's going to be any more players coming up. I'm just trying to get a hold of hands right here, and well, I mean, for now there aren't any more players. All right, so we're gonna be closing here. Tree, why don't you close for us?
All right. Well, thanks everybody for stopping by. We had quite a few in attendance today. That was quite outstanding, and hopefully you guys liked the matches. Make sure you follow DAL on everything. Make sure you hit that follow, the notifications. Over to YouTube as well, because they post all of their games over there as well. Make sure you hit all that. So from everybody at DAL, have a great night and stay safe.
Thank you.
Need to protect the user. Position compromised.